Imagine being the most powerful person in the world, with unlimited freedom, but facing constant threats, wars, diseases, and betrayals. It sounds contradictory, doesn't it? However, this was the daily reality of Buddha, a spiritual leader who, despite his wisdom and influence, encountered challenges that could make anyone feel powerless. Today, I will reveal how he found an astonishing antidote to dissatisfaction in Buddhism, a philosophy that transformed not only his life, but mine as well. Before I delve into the narrative, I want to express my gratitude for your incredible support. Your actions not only benefit me, but also unite us in the journey to explore wisdom that can change our lives. Together, let's discover how the strength of a spiritual leader can inspire our lives today. Moving on in the narrative, it's intriguing to reflect on why some people choose not to respond in certain situations. It can feel like treading on delicate ground. However, someone's lack of response is not a sign to give up or surrender. But how can you turn this apparent indifference into a positive turnaround? By the end of this video, you will have effective strategies to deal with indifference and discover how reverse psychology can be a powerful ally in making the person reconsider their attitude. Before we continue, I'd like to ask a favor. If you can, please leave a like and activate the notification bell. This simple gesture has a great impact, as it helps the YouTube algorithm understand that you appreciate our content, thereby increasing the video's visibility to more people. I greatly appreciate your support. So, let's embark on these 13 strategies. Number 1. Ignore and rise above. It is crucial to overlook those who attempt to diminish your worth in the face of coldness and disinterest. Instead of being shaken, it is essential to rise above these circumstances. Ignoring someone who rejects you is not an act of hostility, but a powerful statement of self-esteem. Consider the scenario where someone deems your time as worthless. In choosing not to engage, you are reaffirming your own value. It's akin to holding up a mirror, reflecting and demonstrating that such behavior doesn't affect you. The question arises, how do we achieve this without becoming bitter? The answer is simple. Focus on your life, your goals, and your happiness. Dedicate yourself to enriching activities such as reading, playing sports, learning new skills, or simply enjoying the company of those who value you. It's not about seeking retaliation, but rather redirecting your energy to what truly matters. While you may experience instances of being ignored, instead of dwelling on rejection, transform it into a drive for personal development. Strengthen your self-esteem and let the indifference of others dissipate in this empowerment. Thriving in spite of rejection is a dedication to self-development, signifying emotional maturity and showcasing your inner strength. Remember, your worth is not diminished by others' inability to recognize it. Stay true to yourself, letting your actions speak louder than the silence of others. Avoid impulsive reactions and opt for thoughtful responses. Maintaining your dignity and self-respect in challenging moments is a demonstration of strength, affirming that you are resilient in the face of indifference. Number 2. Avoid impulsive emotional reactions. It's natural to feel a wave of emotions and want to respond when confronted with rejection, allowing our feelings to overflow. However, there's a valuable technique derived from the Guide to Serenity. When dismissed, it might be tempting to give in to frustration or sadness. Yet, Buddhism, a philosophy as relevant today as in ancient times, offers us an alternative perspective. Buddhism encourages us to adopt a reflective and calm posture. This doesn't imply repressing emotions, but avoiding letting them control us when ignored. Instead of getting upset or seeking external validation, take a pause and reflect, why does this affect me? Often it's not the rejection itself, but our own insecurities that hurt us. Practicality is key. If you are being ignored, take a deep breath and remind yourself that this moment does not define who you are. It's just a passing instance. Buddhism guides us to focus on our actions and reactions, not the behavior of others. Therefore, remain polite and kind. If you feel the need to interact, do so sincerely and without expectations. This stance is not apathy, but emotional control. Recognize that your self-esteem is not tied to others' approval. Your true power lies in how you respond, not in how you are treated. While adopting this mindset is not easy, it is certainly transformative. By maintaining serenity in the face of rejection, you are not just managing a difficult situation, but growing. You learn that your inner peace does not depend on external validations. This is a journey towards self-confidence, where self-worth is learned independently. By adopting this approach, you display authentic strength and resilience, which is tremendously attractive. People are naturally drawn to those who exhibit self-assuredness and do not get destabilized by the first sign of indifference. By remaining calm, you not only face the situation but also thrive in it, transforming into someone capable of handling rejection and using it as a catalyst for personal growth. This is Buddhist wisdom, a path of personal strengthening and emotional balance. Number 3, free your mind. Freeing your mind from them, the art of detachment proves to be a crucial tool in your strategy. Erase them from your thoughts. This doesn't mean denying or pretending that rejection doesn't hurt, but rather redirecting that experience into something that promotes your growth. Begin this process by acknowledging the rejection and feeling its impact, but don't let it dominate your thoughts. Like a seasoned sailor in turbulent waters, use the waves to propel your journey instead of allowing them to sink your boat. To transform rejection, it's necessary to change how we perceive it. View rejection not as a blockade, but as a signpost directing you toward new paths and opportunities. Dedicate yourself to activities that nourish your essence and broaden your horizons. Dive into a challenging read, practice a sport that tests your limits, or engage in community projects that offer innovative perspectives. These experiences are not merely pastimes, but platforms for self-discovery and personal growth. Each new adventure contributes to your resilience and adaptability. Moreover, it is vital to cultivate a circle of positive influences. Surround yourself with people who encourage and inspire you. Share your aspirations and listen to theirs in an environment that fosters mutual growth. It's important to remember that rejection does not define your worth. It represents an invitation to rediscover and reinvent yourself. Along this journey, you will realize that what once seemed like painful rejection was, in fact, a push towards a more rewarding path. Avoid reacting in an emotionally impulsive way and embrace the Buddhist perspective, finding solace in detachment and the wisdom of Buddha. Number 4, demonstrate your value. The fourth and fundamental aspect is a true test of your resilience. View each rejection not as a setback, but as an opportunity to display your strength and capability. When you are overlooked in a meeting or for a promotion, take a deep breath. Instead of succumbing to self-pity or resentment, redirect that energy into positive and constructive actions. Work on a project that showcases your skills or take the lead in a new challenge. Remember, your value is not diminished by others' lack of recognition. On the contrary, it's an opportunity to shine even brighter. Unfazed by disregard, remind yourself of the proverb, "When one door closes, another opens." This is not merely a consolation, but a blueprint for action. Rejection does not reflect your intrinsic value, but can be a redirection to where your skills are most needed. If you are being overlooked for a position, it might be a sign to seek something more in harmony with your talents and passions. Use this as a stimulus to reassess and realign your strengths, looking for ways to maximize them. It's time to forge your own narrative of success, where each adversity serves as the backdrop for a triumphant comeback. It's not about finding happiness in the face of disappointment, but about embracing the full range of emotions and moving forward with grace and determination. Buddhism guides us to focus on what is within our control, our actions and reactions in the face of rejection. Practice empathy both with yourself and with others. That colleague who appears indifferent might be facing their own battles. Expand your understanding not as a sign of weakness, but as an indication of your strength. Grow from these experiences, affirm your value, reflect, learn, and like a phoenix, rise from the ashes of rejection stronger and wiser. Thus, rejection is not the end of your story, but a turning point that propels you to become the most authentic and resilient version of yourself. Face it with the wisdom of the ages and the energy of youth, and watch yourself transform your greatest fear into your greatest ally for personal growth and success. Number 5. Reduce contact. In the face of indifference or rejection, the fifth vital point encourages reducing contact as an active and strategic choice guided by Buddhist principles. The impulse to fix the situation or engage in dialogue with the other party is common, but this is the moment to change dynamics and embrace silence. It's not about playing a game, it's about reaffirming autonomy by choosing not to inundate the other person with incessant messages or calls. Taking a step back is crucial, and this pause benefits not only the other person, but also yourself. It is an opportunity to recalibrate, reminding yourself that your worth does not depend on others' approval. In the Buddhist perspective, silence becomes an active and strategic practice. It goes beyond waiting. It involves reflection and maturation. This time can be used to redirect your focus towards your goals, passions, and personal life, an opportunity for a reset that offers clarity and empowerment. The interlude of no contact is not a passive expression, but rather the establishment of a boundary for your own mental tranquility. It sends a clear message of self-respect, indicating that you value yourself too much to chase after or beg for attention. This stance is liberating and empowering, speaking volumes about your self-esteem and confidence. In a world accustomed to immediate responses, your silence from a Buddhist standpoint becomes enigmatic and attractive. It shows that you are not easily perturbed and have a life full of interests and priorities beyond the current rejection. The goal is not to provoke regret or pull someone back, but to demonstrate firmness, focus, and independence from external validations. While this strategy may not change others' behavior, it will certainly transform yours, making you more resilient, focused, and prepared to face future challenges with grace and balance. Reducing contact in the Buddhist context becomes a form of self-care and self-affirmation, propelling you forward in life with confidence and dignity. Number 6. Adopting reciprocal indifference. When someone chooses to ignore you, an effective and powerful response can be simply not to react. This attitude is not about malice or coldness, but preserving one's inner peace. If someone ignores you, let them. Avoid wasting energy trying to attract their attention or initiate dialogue. Instead, direct your focus elsewhere. In social contexts like parties, this may mean seeking out someone who appreciates your presence and starting a conversation with them. It's an acknowledgement that your worth does not depend on others' attention. In the inevitable situations where you must interact with this person, prioritize professionalism. Keep conversations brief, to the point, and devoid of deep personal content. The goal is not to outdo them, but to maintain a professional and detached stance. This approach leaves no room for unnecessary drama and sends the message, I am here for what truly matters, not for the games. The strategy helps to keep the focus on what is essential, remaining steady and unshaken in the face of indifference. If the disregard persists, recognize the power of withdrawing. This is not defeat, but a strategic retreat. Understand that your energy is more valuable when invested in places, relationships, and activities that bring you happiness and growth. By choosing not to engage in an unequal confrontation, you are not just moving away from a specific person, but advancing towards more promising opportunities, healthier interactions, and a more peaceful state of mind. Your way of dealing with indifference does not reflect failure, but is a testament to your strength and self-respect. Remember, in some instances, silence and indifference can be the most powerful and dignified responses. This approach is a silent declaration of independence and self-sufficiency. By practicing reciprocal indifference, you're not simply avoiding a confrontation, but positioning yourself as someone who values their own peace above the need for recognition or approval. It's a stance that communicates self-confidence and a clear understanding of your priorities and boundaries. In short, acting as if they do not exist is not a strategy of isolation, but a pathway to self-affirmation and personal empowerment. Take charge of your life with the wisdom of history's greatest philosophers. Embrace Buddhism in the 21st century as your guide to resilience, well-being, and prosperity. Turn challenges into triumphs, stress into strength, and uncertainty into clarity. Number 7. Demonstration of capability. In the pursuit of capability, the genuine art of handling rejection extends beyond proving others wrong. It is a profound exploration of one's true potential. Rather than seeking external validation, the focus shifts to using a received no as a catalyst for personal growth. Should someone question your competence in a specific area, this becomes an opportunity to refine the skill in question. The goal is not to garner external approval, but to transcend personal limits through dedicated learning, diligent practice, and achieving a proficiency that once appeared unattainable. This transformative journey is not a flamboyant display for skeptics, but a silent, consistent development of competence and self-confidence. Consider placing greater importance on the impact of actions over words. There is no need to broadcast plans or progress. Let the results themselves be a testament. By doing so, you surpass not only the expectations of others, but, more crucially, your own. With each step on this path, you prove to yourself your capabilities and worth, irrespective of external opinions. The true power of resilience lies in gaining self-approval, not in winning the approval of others. If labeled as lacking creativity, embark on a project showcasing inventiveness. If considered evasive, let consistent actions speak. This silent revolution of self-improvement is not a battle against others' perceptions, but a journey toward personal excellence. By reshaping the narrative others have about you, you simultaneously transform your own essence. The essence of proving others wrong lies not in changing their opinions, but in reshaping your self-image. Your journey of self-improvement not only surprises others, but also redefines their perception of your abilities. It is not solely about proving them wrong, but more importantly, about redefining what it means for you to be right. In this transformative journey, the greatest achievement is realizing that the only truly relevant validation is the one you give yourself. Number 8. Embracing joy and resilience. In the pursuit of a fulfilling life, it becomes evident that venturing beyond our comfort zones is where true illumination lies. Buddhism teaches us that joy is not merely a form of entertainment, but a wise strategy to fortify resilience when facing rejection. Instead of succumbing to bitterness and closing ourselves off, embracing rejection can take on a revolutionary approach. Counteracting the instinct to withdraw, one can consciously seek moments of happiness, providing emotions with a new context to flourish. Engaging in new hobbies or reigniting old passions becomes an affirmation of resistance against the weight of rejection. As inherently social beings, sharing experiences during adversity holds immense power. Valuing our community, inviting friends for a walk, participating in a collective artistic project, or simply enjoying a meal in good company are acts that transcend mere spirits lifting. These shared moments of connection reaffirm our place in the intricate web of human relationships. Each shared laugh and exchanged story serves as a subtle reminder that we are more than the sum of our setbacks. We are part of a broader narrative that thrives in connection and collective resilience. The magic lies in confronting the unknown. Rejection may appear as a closed door, but in reality, it opens many others. Exploring uncharted territories, whether through trying a new cuisine, visiting unfamiliar neighborhoods, or enrolling in workshops on unfamiliar topics, goes beyond being mere distractions. These experiences offer opportunities for personal expansion, adding layers to our character, making us more adaptable, empathetic, and prepared for life's unpredictabilities. The ultimate goal is not to erase rejection from memory, but to evolve from it, transforming each received no into a catalyst for a richer, more vibrant life. Number 9. Cultivating social harmony. In a scenario where you find yourself in a room being ignored or nearly invisible, there lies an opportunity to embrace a hidden catalyst for personal growth. Instead of seeking external validation, adopt a Buddhist philosophy that encourages transforming moments of perceived rejection into avenues for self-improvement and community engagement. The focus shifts from climbing a social ladder to ascending your own ladder of personal development. Activities such as exercising, exploring hobbies, or advancing in your career are not mere routine tasks, but tools for shaping a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Share your journey not for recognition, but for the potential connections it can establish. When discussing your interests or achievements, transform it into an opportunity to meet like-minded individuals. This process is not a strategy for accumulating followers, but an authentic quest for meaningful connections. Engage in volunteer activities or networking, not just to enhance your social status, but to build a valuable network of relationships. This approach, inspired by Buddhist principles, intertwines personal growth with contributing to the greater good. In developing your social status, the intention is what matters most. It's not about chasing popularity, but becoming an improved version of yourself. Each step should be towards personal growth, creating a positive impact in the community. This change in perspective is vital. It's not about being noticed. It's about observing, evolving, and consequently helping others develop. Adopting this Buddhist mindset is an effective way to navigate the modern world, turning perceived rejection into a powerful force for positive transformation. Embrace each opportunity to build and strengthen your social growth in a way that reflects who you are and what you aspire to be, creating a meaningful impact on yourself and the community around you. Number 10. Practice deliberate silence. Choosing silence over reacting is not just a strategy for gaining an advantage, but a way to preserve dignity. Buddhism guides us to embrace silence not as a tool for provocation or manipulation, but as a means for self-reflection and emotional control. In situations where words can be misinterpreted or exacerbate conflict, opting for silence becomes an effective way to maintain integrity and self-control. This approach allows a focus on personal growth, avoiding the trap of negative reactions and emotions. When faced with indifference and responding with silence, turn that silence into a period of introspection. It's a time to understand feelings, analyze thoughts, and seek clarity. The goal is not to punish the other person, but to safeguard inner peace. Within this silence lies a valuable opportunity for personal growth. It's not about closing off to the world, but opening up to self-knowledge. Buddhism encourages using these moments to reflect on virtues, values, and how one wishes to interact with the world. It's a chance to question why a situation affects you, what can be learned from it, and how to evolve. This type of silence is constructive, not destructive, a time to strengthen character and align reactions with personal principles. Therefore, if you opt for silence, let it be a conscious decision grounded in self-care and wisdom. It is a choice to not engage in lower behaviors such as manipulation, revenge, or malice. Instead, it's an embrace of the Buddhist call for temperance and self-control. By choosing not to respond, you're not just avoiding the other person, you are deeply connecting with yourself. This practice is a way to maintain composure, focus on your personal journey, and embody the Buddhist ideal of tranquility in the face of adversity. Let your silence speak louder than any words could, and allow your inner peace to guide you at every step. Deliberate silence is an act of self-affirmation and a powerful reminder that you are the greatest healer and guide of your own life. It's a practice that transcends the immediate situation, providing a solid foundation for personal growth and fulfillment. Number 11. Avoid begging for attention. Buddhist philosophy guides us not towards seeking recognition, but towards a profound exploration of our own value and independence. When someone ignores you, it is not a signal to intensify your efforts to capture their attention. Instead, it's an opportune moment for introspection and reaffirming your intrinsic worth. Buddhism teaches us that self-esteem should not waver with the attention or lack thereof from others. It's about standing firmly in self-led recognition, understanding that your value is absolute and non-negotiable. Dedicate yourself to your passions and projects with a spirit of self-sufficiency. This is not about showcasing to make someone realize what they're missing, but about recognizing the value of what you offer. Engage in activities that bring you satisfaction. Establish connections with people who value you and cultivate a life you can be proud of. This attitude is not passivity. It's a vibrant and active acceptance of your own existence. It's about investing deeply in your own growth and happiness so that the pursuit of external validation becomes secondary. Instead of chasing fleeting attention, focus on personal development. Build a life that satisfies you regardless of others' perceptions. Let your self-confidence and assurance be your guides, not the craving for attention. Turn indifference into an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and deepen your understanding of your own worth. You are the creator of your life, and each choice you make should reflect your intrinsic value, not the pursuit of external approval. By adopting this stance, you are practicing a form of self-empowerment. By refusing to beg for attention, you are choosing to value yourself more than any recognition that might come from outside. This choice has the power to transform the way you see yourself and, in turn, how others perceive you. The authenticity and self-esteem emanating from this attitude have a much deeper impact than any attempt to draw attention. Your journey towards self-improvement and personal satisfaction creates an aura of confidence and natural attraction. This is the essence of what Buddhism seeks to teach, the importance of relying on one's inner strength and worth, regardless of external circumstances. Therefore, when facing indifference, remember that your reaction to it can be a powerful affirmation of your own worth and autonomy. Number 12. Cultivating kindness and emotional equanimity. In the face of indifference, adopting a balanced response involves embracing kindness while maintaining emotional distance. When confronted with apathy, it is essential to safeguard your inner peace without resorting to aloofness. While it is natural to feel hurt or frustrated by neglect, Buddhist teachings encourage us to navigate such situations with calm and tranquility. Extend genuine kindness without expecting reciprocity, offering a smile, a polite greeting, or a simple wish for a good day. This compassionate approach should emanate from the heart, not as an anticipation of others' responses. Establishing emotional distance does not imply building barriers, but rather setting clear boundaries. Recognize that, while you control your actions, you cannot dictate others' reactions. This emotional detachment signifies strength and self-respect, a deliberate choice not to let external actions disrupt your emotional state. Being friendly yet reserved signals that others' indifference will not disturb your peace of mind. This approach shields your emotional well-being and empowers you. Combining kindness with emotional detachment echoes the wisdom of Buddhism. This equilibrium allows for gracious interactions while preserving emotional integrity, reflecting maturity and understanding. Face life's rejections not with bitterness, but with unwavering serenity and inner dignity. Cultivating this balance leads to a profound discovery. Even in the face of indifference, it is possible to maintain a serene spirit and a respectful heart towards yourself and others. Embracing this attitude makes life not only more bearable, but also more enriching, marked by deep serenity and unwavering respect for your own path and worth. Number 13. Keep your struggles private. In the face of indifference, it may be tempting to share your difficulties, but Buddhism teaches us to value inner peace. This doesn't mean pretending everything is fine, but rather developing internal resilience. Not showing affectation isn't a falsehood, but rather an indication of genuine inner stability. Continue with your life with the same enthusiasm and determination as always, not as a performance for others, but as a demonstration of your own strength. This focus is not about denying feelings. Acknowledge your emotions, but don't let them dominate. Let calm and self-confidence be your guides. Control what's within your reach, your actions, reactions, and behavior. By continuing to live with confidence, you not only show others your strength, but also reaffirm it for yourself. It's a subtle yet powerful way to declare that your sense of self-worth does not depend on others' perceptions or actions. Essentially, by keeping your struggles to yourself, you are practicing the Buddhist philosophy of emotional resilience. It's not about hiding your emotions, but managing them in a way that preserves your inner peace and self-respect. It's a display of wisdom and integrity, showing that you are grounded in your own character and not swayed by external circumstances. In conclusion, your approach to dealing with rejection transcends mere external display. It serves as a mirror reflecting your inner strength and stability. These profound lessons guide us in transforming rejection into a tool for success. Remember, each challenge you encounter is a step toward resilience, a lesson embedded in Buddhist teachings that directs us to harness our inner strength. I encourage you to integrate the principles of Buddhism and resilience into your daily life, reframing rejection not as a hindrance, but as a catalyst for personal growth and self-exploration. This transformative shift in perspective unfolds as an exciting journey. Share your stories of triumph and overcoming challenges. Celebrate your achievements and openly discuss your struggles, affirming that you've assimilated the teachings from our session. Every interaction enriches our community, propelling us towards wisdom, understanding, and above all, the art of turning each obstacle into an opportunity. Together, we are committed to mastering the art of Buddhist resilience. Stay strong and resilient until our next meeting. Stay blessed, everyone.